2-0 against Origen. That's what he was feeling. You've got the team comps on your screen in just a moment. The crowd, we know who you're voting for, but jump on Twitter and let us know if you think Origen or Fnatic will be picking up game.
Varus as a pick has fallen a little bit out of the meta again here in Europe. Teams have figured out we can early camp him, and then he's very easy to shut down.
Yeah, beautiful escapes by Expected there. Sidestepping. That dragon's really hard to kill in the early game, but goes uncontested. Soaz managed to freeze the... He's desperately far behind. The only person that could really do it is Reckless. Only being targeted right now. Q from Braum comes in. He has to flash. Doesn't flash.
Not going to be able to. Actually started themselves off the dragon. Origen are nearby, and there are teleports up.
Forcing a fight on the dragon, but stolen by Amazing. You hide your weaknesses. Huni still has his flash. Rainover goes up.
Fnatic's trying to get away. No stunts coming in yet. Glacial Fissure comes out. Cannabin's wave clear completely nullified by Miffy. And it looks like Origen, they're going to try and focus this tower down. There's a two-man stun into a two-man knocker. Yellowstar is going to get out. Fnatic have got their first kill. They're trying.
Overpowered. If you can barely clear the minions, what can you do against the amount of poke? But they're very weak at taking the Baron because they rarely have anyone who can really tank it, and you don't want to get setups. Now, we need to see what happens in the mid lane because Reckless is nearby with the rest of Fnatic. They're going in!
They've caught Peke! Peke used his flash already, and he's down! Fnatic have got a kill! Soaz is teleporting in! Origen doing such good work with vision. You see all the deep wards. Fnatic are a little grouped up. They're focusing on the tower. Origen are the ones that are split and retreating. Reckless is trying to run him down with Whimsy. The explosive cask is going to mix them around. Barrel into barrel for a double barrel kill. Huni gets knocked down. Febiven and Reckless retreating. Reckless is low. Peck is going to start charging the piercing arrow. He's going to snipe Reckless, but not enough for the kill. Former teammates chasing them down. The piercing arrow from Peke penetrates Reckless's heart.
Origen comes in. They're starting the Baron. Febiven, it's time to be a hero.
Deficio, history repeats itself at 22 minutes 4 weeks ago. Fnatic overstayed a team fight, lost it and lost Baron, and found themselves 7,000 gold down. Their 7th tower. They had a 21-game winning streak, and this might be the one that ends that. An inhibitor is going down, and Origen in the finals, a team that so many people had counted his barrels up. And they're going to knock Fnatic out of the air with a barrel roll of destiny. Another inhibitor being focused down. Origen at 25 minutes are using the poke and the Baron empowered minions to shut Fnatic down. Inhibitor number 2 will fall shortly, and for Origen, the safe calls to back away and spend that.
Setting himself and the rest of his team behind in that swap. And of course Origen, full credit to them using that advantage. Soaz has been so far ahead of Huni.
Number 1 seed in the World Championships for Europe, and this may be the start of that push. Soaz is on the Nexus turret. Febiven and Huni have been pulled away to try and deal with one pirate. He's got a tower. Soaz is looking for another tower. He's got some minions to deal with first. The cannon barrage is going down, and the rest of Origen, they've been engaged on. Yellowstar's looking for the fight. They've got Miffy, but he's not a damage dealer. That's an aggressive rocket jump forward. Soaz has the help of the minions. Origen are onto the Nexus. Oh, see, Soaz forced away. Fnatic are going to try dig deep and try to protect their base.
But he's pulling all of Fnatic back to the Nexus so Nils can take down the last outer turret. Origen, they are still in full control.
Origen is beautifully dancing around the lack of engage of Fnatic, backdooring their former teammates with Soaz right here. Third inhibitor falls, Nexus is exposed. How?
Of early game power, just with your very, very strong base damage. You're now trying to be basically an assassin, yet there's no way
around the walls. He wants to catch somebody off guard, gets sped up, going for the combo here, but misses because Origen could just sidestep, re-engage.
But look at the barrel! Fnatic have lost one, they've lost their captain, even through the unbreakable will. Origen are going to push forward. The chain of corruption doesn't connect, but it didn't need to because Niels has got himself another kill. Origen are pushing into the Nexus turret for Fnatic in a 2v5. It's simply not going to happen. For the first time in 3 months, 12 weeks, 6 patches, one team added 1 loss to Fnatic now need to show us how they play with a loss. How do they bounce back in a series? And how do they play around the weaknesses in their team composition?
Strong dual lane. Rainover, he's down the bottom side. Soaz is on his own.
Flash cocoon, the barrels, the boom. Soaz will be going down shortly, but it's going to take Huni. Rainover's looking for more. The red buff is ticking. It's not enough.
For it. now the bottom lane instead. Big wave coming in, and Mithy's engaging.
Another two-man knockup. We do see Niels getting that explosive charge.
Amazing
A flash
back.
body slam. Amazing channels. He's in a dominate, and he wants to dominate Huni. Cannon barrage is down, and Amazing gets killed. Soaz
Reignover's
almost
on
drops
his
as
way.
well. Here
He can
comes
TP away.
a little spider. Reignover wants a venomous bite. There's a teleport coming in. No! Cinder Hulk being started by Reignover. An adaptation in item build already from game one.
This might cost them a tower on the bot lane though, because while it looks like an uncontested dragon, if you take a look at the items, Tristana sitting still on just that long sword.
Used. Origen grouped up very heavily in Fnatic's jungle and challenging this blue buff. Origen want to reply from the blue buff
from
that's
Miffy,
stolen.
teleport's
Miffy
coming in.
again has found two. Featherman's in a little bit of trouble, but that cocoon onto Niels from Reignover may have helped Fnatic out. Reignover's in a little bit of trouble. Amazing. He failed flashes, does not get away, and the kill is secured by Reignover. Now Miffy's in trouble. He's going to pulverize, he's going to headbutt, he's going to unbreakable will, but will he be broken? Fnatic's aside, they do not want the kill. Instead, they're going to look towards Dragon, and we do see a couple members caught out here. Reignover is in trouble. Reckless swing comes out, undertow, as well as the glitter lance. Soaz, as well as Peke, double team. Niels should be killed here, and kill is by Featherman. Huni's in trouble. He's now in full retreat. The bomb blows up, and Huni gets the kill. Miffy has decided to re-engage for some reason, and Fnatic come away 1 for 3. Towers. So if Fnatic gets strong enough to push some towers down, and they've got a Tristana, it's going to hurt. Amazing's been caught out here just a little bit. The cannon barrage goes down. Reignover's continuing to look for Gragas. The Dragon's even helping. He takes down the fat man. Reckless has got himself his first kill in the...
Soaz is on the top lane with no teleport. He's gonna be joined by Peke trying to take a tower for the dragon, but Huni's on his way to defend it. No.
At the Fnatic lineup, they can back off, simply just stall, and if Soaz doesn't get a kill immediately, Fnatic can counter launch to counter attack.
Huni is now tanking tower. I don't know if you realized that one. Monsoon comes out, undertow as well. Fire at will, and so does Soaz. He's got one, he's got two. Here comes Reignover for the reply, and Fnatic as well as Origen. Small Origen in game one that allowed them to punish Fnatic. The Orianna maybe gonna give the zone control.
Huni gets guarded by Soaz.
Another fight. Cannon barrage comes down. Huni needs to dodge those undertows. The barrels are up. He's got a crit. Huni's trying to outplay Soaz, and he's got backup. It's Yellowstar that steals the kill.
They have a couple of Uzis. You can keep firing.
We did see Fnatic have backed away. That cannon barrage also includes Raise Morale as the second build-up. Dragon secured by Origen. Unbreakable Will from Miffy as a defensive play. Fnatic, do they want to chase? The answer is yes. They do manage to chain the barrels, this time from Huni. So Oasis is going to put down Ragnarok in full retreat mode. Outer turrets. They hold them to like 5,000 gold lead. Void Staff picked up for Featherman. And we're going to see Huni and Soaz go toe-to-toe. Triforce Eye Edge, and Huni just Goomba stomps.
Versus the Gangplank, who will just crit you to death.
There's no teleport on Huni. Used ultimate, so this Baron fight is 4v4. This might be a bit too much from Fnatic. Shockwave goes out, but doesn't get a kill.
No, it doesn't. Yellowstar's Monsoon Origen into the Baron pit. Peke is down. Featherman's been able to kill him. Featherman's in full retreat. Baron has been stopped. So as Huni continues to push down bottom, and Niels is flashed away. Reckless is looking for the kill. He gets headbutted towards Niels. Niels is down. Miffy's going to be so disappointed with that. And Origen lose 4 as Soaz comes back to life.
To be fair, the reason Miffy made that play, he was on one hit from dying. If he dies, he gives the reset. If he CCs and they all turn, potentially they can kill Reckless. But there was honestly no way out there at all. And there was just a misplay in positioning from Origen and the good flying by Featherman. Shockwave didn't result in a kill, but it was enough.
So it's on his way though. As ulti, has the Ghost ready. He needs to stop this Baron. Huni flashing out. So it's just already ignore 60% of the target's armor. The last Whisper doesn't really add on top of that. You don't get like extra. Oh, they can just force a team fight here when there's no Olaf threat from Origen. So Baron going down very quickly.
It is down, it is secured! Fnatic have got it, Cocoon onto Soaz. He's not going to be able to get away yet. 1,000 HP as a rocket jump forward from Reckless. Does he do it again? No, the barrels come out from Amazing. Fnatic are happy. Miffy does find Reignover and Yellowstar. Fnatic was split up, repels up, looking for a target. Reignover comes down. The shield, come on, protect is huge. Reckless is very aggressive. He's gone forward, he's got 2. 4 members of Origen all of a sudden are down, and Fnatic are on the turret. turret.
Reckless knows he has the backup of his team so he can jump in. Aggressive shockwave came in from Fnatic. Another one team fight for Fnatic. They're looking to finish the game.
And now all that stands between Fnatic closing out this game, making it 1-1 is Miffy on Alistar, and he simply can't deal with these amount of minions pushing in.
Not at all. Fnatic in 32 minutes. They take down the Nexus turrets. They take down the Nexus, and they even out the series 1-1.
When I say it happens.
The Pulsar God himself has given the blessing to the tower dive potential. Guys, on Twitter, 1-1 is the current series score. Hashtag FNC win, hashtag OG win. Show your support.
It's very normal for the jungler to go up and assist his top lane when the wave is pushing and they're going in.
The Cocoon! Soaz is in trouble. Playful Trickster up and it's down. First blood to Huni. Amazing may be in trouble. Huni and Rainova are looking for more. The Cocoon's not going to be available. And the
This push down the wave to the tower, and that enables this very easy dive. Now we see Amazing down the bottom lane, and Yellowstar is in trouble.
Yellowstar is in trouble. We can see Reckless, though, going to jump forward aggressively. I don't think that Death Sentence connected from Miffy. Teleport was cancelled by Huni. The max range hook! And that's going to be a kill here. Who will get it first? Yellowstar secures a kill for Fnatic. The Stand United is being channeled. Reckless is in full retreat.
Here's Rainova.
Give Reckless your power. It will not be enough. The taunt will secure another one. 1 for 2 ward inside Origen's jungle. That pink ward is placed several minutes ago. That was when Huni looked for the engage. Emperor's Divide defensively. Not going to stop a Cocoon. Feathervin's got the Glitzer on. The flash taunt. And Pick is down. Yellowstar once again.
To force him off. TP is still available for him, and they're going to take a fight in the bottom lane. He can join.
The taunt will connect onto Miffy, but so does the flash body slam and the explosive cast. Feathervin is going to try to roam early enough, but it's Reckless that's secure themselves a dragon shortly with control of the bottom half of the map. I'm still looking at that pink ward. It's just behind Origen's red buff. That's been there for 5-6 minutes now, maybe. And Feathervin trademarked.
Origen has been playing on the bottom side of the map. Now TP in. That was a Shin joining.
It is, and Niels is down.
Party in the bot lane. From Fnatic, teleport behind. Flank.
From Origen, now Soaz, he cannot catch a break.
No, but he will most likely catch a taunt when Yellowstar decides to throw it. There's the Onslaught of Shadows, there's the taunt. Rocket jump for good measure. And an easy peasy kill. It's actually Yellowstar that gets it. I think it may have been an
Yeah, really well played, and Fnatic's calculated play here. Miffy getting caught fish.
Oh, Huni's gonna get him. He's
Shen
got
as well.
United. Here comes Yellowstar. Yellowstar's gonna taunt up Niels. That's gonna remove the auto attacks. Huni's trying to get away. He goes back in. Yellowstar's not gonna have enough to get Niels down, but he may have bought enough time. He'll taunt up Amazing. That'll land into a Cocoon. Emperor's Divide will knock Rainova back. He's gonna drop back down after the repel. Wild Growth will keep him up a few seconds longer, but it's Origen that trade 1 foot going to arrive before Soaz can even start his TP. Origen full retreat. Cocoon doesn't connect. Death Sentence does. The box goes down and everything to follow. Yellowstar taunts out defensively and has the Wild Growth to stay alive. Dragon secured by Fnatic. The Onslaught of Shadows catches Rainova. He does not have a repel. Losing 1 for Dragon. Probably.
Zia and Corki, so the front line of Fnatic is not a problem, and now everyone is dead.
Well,
Things happen, champions died, spells were used. When you're all whacking away on that single target, you never expect the hook to switch, and then suddenly things happen, champions were dead, and spells were used.
power, but Expecto with the Nashes and the needlessly large rod.
You know, we're face checking here on Soaz.
Soaz might be in trouble. Onslaught of Shadows is available and used defensively. Buster Shot will not get the kill. Peppervin is looking for more on the side in the middle. Let's see where we can find him. The Flash Taunt does connect. There's Huni over from the side. Jump the waters on Niels. It's exactly who he wants. He's going to be able to get away though, and Huni's in trouble.
Damage.
Wild Growth was used onto Yellowstar as he was channeling Stand United. And Feathervin's Ignite takes down Amazing. Death Sentence does not connect with anybody. A 1 for 2 trade, and Fnatic want the tower. Oh, that's going forward. Reckless looks for more. The crit was not enough, but the Lulu autos are not going to be able to kill Miffy. Red
Gets one list.
Even
Reckless.
Sheepy is surprised.
Reckless is on. Origen also knows there was just a big fight. They saw Fnatic run back from the tower, so there shouldn't be any deep wards, or a lot of them behind. If they wait, they will disappear when mid getting caught out.
He has been caught. Xpeke has been chunked by a couple of auto attacks. Reignover's not going to get caught by the death sentence. Teleport in from the back line on Huni. Pekka's been able to take over Reignover. The Chum the Waters doesn't find a target. Playful up, Trickster down. Lands on Soaz and Amazing. Soaz is going to be able to get away for the time being. Amazing's the focus. Huni stays alive. The taunt prevents Huni getting taken out.
Right now, because we see how Soaz is building full tank, so he cannot go in and one-shot a target, even with like Home Guard TP for himself. Didn't even complete the Home Guard yet. But they can sit back and deal all the damage. Reignover getting hooked in by mid.
Well, Reignover's in a little bit of trouble. Repels up. He's going to find Amazing. Going to get knocked backwards. He will go down. So Fnatic got their third. The case. Fnatic in a 4v5. Reignover dead for 15 more seconds. Baron is down to 2,500. Origen looking to secure it. Can they do it? Yes! Origen get Baron, but they've already lost one. Defensive plays from the rest of the team. The death sentence connects onto Huni. He may be able to stay alive though. That's Reckless with one. The taunt will secure another. Aggressive
Here's
forward. Red buff for the slow. The explosion charge is there. Amazing's trying to get away. The boom, the slow. Reckless has got no mana, but he will have the whimsy. He's going to have the movement speed. Keeps applying the shots. Crit, taunt, hit, dead. Another one for Febiven, 16-10.
Xpeke.
Couple hits down. Recall already finished for Huni. He does have Home Guard to come in. Playful Trickster's forward, and a two-man taunt on the front line of Origen forces a defensive onslaught of shadows. Soaz rides the lantern out, and the passive from Azir will keep the tower alive. Reignover was in trouble. There goes Yellowstar, another taunt. Huni's looking for Mithy. Wild Growth will slow them down. Glitterlance connects as well. And Reckless plus, that's a kill to Reckless rather. That's a double. He's looking for more.
Kill.
That's a triple. He's looking for four. That's the quadra. He will get it. The reset forward. Looking for a pentakill. We're in Sweden. The Swedish gets a pentakill.
Reckless is on fire today. He's jumping forward. He gets the kills. He wins the fight for Fnatic.
Origen.
Impressed me the most in that fight is the way Fnatic members went in and out of these fights, as we expect it goes down to the top from Huni, as we were in the replay, as this series will.
I do not think he's missed a taunt this game, especially the crucial ones. Another inhibitor is going to drop shortly in Fnatic. They earned themselves a 10,000 gold lead. They may...
He will be once that item gets completed. Yellowstar, is he really forcing Soaz out?
Yeah,
maybe with some help from
Huni's showing up and turning it around. Soaz is out of mana. This is what happens when you are full tank Hecarim and you don't do anything.
Look at my pony.
It's simply not amazing.
Give it to Yellowstar.
Huni gets the kill.
Greedy.
Easy peasy pudding and pie. Dragon number...
This game, it backfired a little bit. They fell behind due to it. And so it's gone back and forth in this matchup, but suddenly the Elise pick for Reignover really showing the strong early ganks you can pull off.
Baron, in the blink of an eye. That support's gone as well. Febiven is going to get the kill. Niels will fall shortly. Huni's going to get that one. Amazing, 2,500 HP. That is just being melted. The bomb's going to secure it. A jump forward into the wall. Reckless cannot get that one. He will get some auto attacks down before Stand United, as well as that shield from Lulu, will keep him alive. All three inhibitors are down.
And Reckless just casual lifestealing up, double lifesteal items right now. Baron buffs coming in on the C screen, 5 against 2. Should be an easy close. Just how many kills can OG drag with them? Ignite on Huni. Huni.
Reckless gets another one, 13, 2, and 9, trying to send that message. The Glitterlance almost takes Peck out on the fountain, and Fnatic go 2-1. If Origen win, we go to the deciding game. For the first time, we will be seeing Reignover on Nidalee and a support Tom Kench from Yellowstar. You guys know what to do at home.
And then Cole, Elise is on the bottom side, so he's baiting out a little bit. They're jumping in on Tom Kench.
And the cocoon connects. Yellowstar tries to flash away. He will give up first blood.
He can't eat himself. Tom Kench drops, and beautiful adaptation. Everybody in the... to just get some control of the map right here. Reignover is going to find Amazing.
And he's going to connect to the Javelin toss. Very early repel out. Reignover will get caught by the cocoon. Killing Smiters out. Here comes Yellowstar. So 2-on-2 with junglers. The top laners have joined the fight as well. Fnatic have decided they want to commit for the blue steal. And it doesn't look like Origen may be able to steal it back. There is a smite up for Amazing, so this could come down to a smite fight. Secured by Rainover.
Once again, though, both teams on the same page. Supports roaming. Source coming in.
He has the barrel. That's going to hurt if it gets popped. It's still alive. One more tick is required. Is available. Another kill over to Origen. And it goes to Elise. Huni gets caught by the concussive blows. He eats an orange, but it's not okay. It's not okay because he's caught out between two members of Origen. He's going to keep running. One more auto attack will secure the kill. Fnatic get one, but lose two.
And we're just waiting to see where Amazing or Rainover puts the focus.
Well, Soaz is going to jump onto Huni. Chum the Waters is connected. Huni puts down the cannon barrage. The 1v1 happens, and it's Soaz that takes down the overpowered Pirates.
So there's a thing about the new Gangplank here. You don't max your orange anymore. That was the thing about the old one. Let's see what happens here. Rainover,
the Cocoon!
He's on his own.
Rainover's in trouble. Amazing's going to run him down with red buff and chilling smite. Soaz may want the kill credits. The Trickster secures it, and that's a 2-kill fishy fish.
So basically what Fizz can do is he can all in the Gangplank. You don't max the orange, you don't get that sick amount of health back as you used to do. Now
Sorry,
TP in the bottom
Fisher,
lane.
I'm going to cut you off. Abyssal Voyage is being channeled. Yellow Star's trying to dissuade Origen from getting away. Powder Keg goes down, but Yellow Star's going to use that thick skin to stay alive. Huni's going to look for one more parlay flash. Parlay gets the kill.
Pushing the top wave because he got that kill from before.
Origen will be happy with this overall though, because if the lane goes back to 2v2, hang on, Huni.
Well, Huni's going to get devoured. Yellow Star has the option to regurgitate. I think he had the Hex Drinker shield from inside. Soaz is still looking for a fight. A few more seconds for Chum the Waters. Tries to get away with Playful Trickster. Is going to get eaten alive. It's fish on fish sushi battle, and Yellow Star's the
Back Source gets shut down a little bit, and Dragon going over to Fnatic early on. Mythic coming down to check.
Cheeky little sidestep from Teviman, forcing him to at least preserve his cleanse. Yeah, Rainover has been spotted. He was pinged on one ward, so they know the ward at the top left side here on your screen. Soaz going aggressively. Huni gets popped.
Well, there's the powder kick. Chum the Waters comes out. Huni's going to go down. Amazing hops in spider form, and Soaz is 3-2-1.
It's so easy.
Say that. So they farmed the Huni in their life. Not successfully, at least.
Great
Soaz
dodge.
wants to do it again. Chum the Waters is up, and whoa, not done yet. Yellow Star's come to save. Okay. Yellow Star, he's going to try pick this fight,
Army of minions as well.
Wait, the Ignite is, yeah, thick skin would block some damage, but Yellow Star, without the minions, doesn't continue the fight.
So once again here, Soaz, he's using his Trickster in when he's engaging, so he dodges the barrel of damage for Huni. He's a little bit too quick at shooting that barrel here, so he doesn't get any damage really onto him, and then he gets all in again and again and again. Yellow Star's back though.
Flanker Z from Yellow Star gets one proc.
Is he going to find more? The
Two
thick
procs.
is charging.
Got
Tongue
minions
Lash
again.
does not connect. The Cocoon will catch. Playful Trickster out. Soaz is in full retreat. We do see Rainover. He wants to chase. Chilling Smite. That Tongue Lash connects. Yellow needs one more, and he eats him. The catfish.
To land the damage on the backline. Dragon right now, slowly but surely going down for Origen. Again, realizing that Fnatic is not exactly in the mood to fight right now.
It's one of the few times in this entire series that Fnatic
Gonna try
deny the
punish.
laser.
Deny
That's
the
what I
wave
love
clear.
about this combination. You deny the laser, but then you have to be careful for the re-engage. Laser comes up quicker. Ulti gets used on Amazing.
So the Wild Growth will keep Amazing alive, and he's going to be able to get away. I think that was the Buster Shot that knocked him away. We are going to see an acquired taste.
Whoa.
Wow, that's a kill. I didn't expect that burst from Reckless. They didn't even get the tower. Amazing, forced to flash defensively. It's not over yet. The Javelin doesn't connect. Chilling Smite comes out. Soaz is looking for his 5th kill, and Chum the Waters won't even be needed. The Killer Whale will not be enough. We did see the Chaos Storm come down from Victor, and that shot.
Come out from Origen. Waves cleared. Fish connects.
And that's a lot of damage. Febiven's in trouble. Soaz may be able to get him. The cleanse, though, is enough, and Febivin walks out.
Whoa, the stun as well for him, flashing it first to dodge the E coming in for Fizz. Didn't want all that damage to connect, and suddenly Fnatic gets 2. He's gonna flash the fish.
Did flash the fish and gets away alive. Fnatic are then going to try set up a counterplay in the middle lane.
ulti,
The
hype.
Abyssal Voyage
He's here.
is going to be there
Ta-da!
just to show.
Oh, Tahm Kench. You see that Tahm Kench ulti.
They're looking for Soaz. They're looking for Niels. Soaz tries to make something of it. The kicks, they're connected. Huni decides to shoot the parlay onto Soaz. The barrels blow up. And
Yeah, they're falling behind slowly, step by step, and it could be the final game in this series.
Really the key thing for Fnatic was they managed to get Huni away from Soaz. Soaz kept jumping him, kept killing him. Then we started seeing them move him.
Flying division.
Wow, that's fantastic. The
might
Baron
just
is
take
now
it then,
being
whatever.
focused down. The Baron will be dead before Origen can even get here. They rush it down so quick with all of their damage threats.
Yeah, King's second for him.
There was some Origen pings onto the positions of Fnatic. Tower secured. Wow, Origen may even get a kill onto Yellow Star, and they do. The tongue lash and the regurgitate doesn't matter. Chum the Waters is on Featherfin. That was a beautiful Urchin strike, but it will not get him away from the burst and not the fight. We see the auto attacks from Mithy coming down. Cannon Barrage is out. Mithy's trying to be up front line. Glacial Fissure will split up the retreat path for Fnatic, but the Baron will be going down. That's secured by Fnatic. Soaz is pushing the middle lane. Empowered recalls. They're delayed. Will raining rockets down. Fnatic get the tower. They will get the inhibitor. And this might be the opening that Fnatic need to win. And
Straight up kill you.
Dragon is secured by Origen. They shredded that very, very quickly. Cocoon doesn't find...
He's gonna rush back here to fight for this Baron. Fnatic though, they're so quick at taking it down.
They really, really are. Baron's below half already. Soaz throws out Chum the Waters. It does connect onto Rainover.
Denied.
Rainover will get eaten as well, but now it's Origen. They've lost another Baron. They will get themselves a few kills maybe on the way out. Rainover's looking for more. Defensive flash from Huni. Powder kick.
Still. But we keep seeing how difficult it is for both teams. Oh, Soaz is going in!
Huni's
Huni
going down! He's dead! Damn! Is that all? 5v4 for another minute. They'll happily take Dragon for 6 minutes in here. They have not found it, and Baron will wear off shortly.
Niels is playing fantastically, sidestepping the barrel, gets the inhib.
We'll find out as Origen have got positioning on the Nexus. They've got the charge down, a few hits. That's going to be a Nexus turret and a couple more autos. That's one down. Niels, one more stack. Where may it be enough to get an acquired taste. Javelin toss will connect. Powder kick.
Oh.
Massive damage onto Origen. They're in full retreat. That's the Valkyrie forward, aggressive from Reckless. That unbreakable shield from Mithy is doing so much work. Cocoon doesn't prioritize.
Why not both?
Oh, wow! Niels just...
Gage.
Origen is 12,000 or 14,000 gold behind Fnatic right now, but they're playing as if they're 15,000 head. Aspect goes down. Reno contested Baron. And Origen, could this be the upset?
Again, Cannon Barrage not going to be lucky enough.
Can't jump forward. Tam Kench ulti coming in the back.
Glacial Fissure is going to at least be trying to split people up. Powder Kick is there. Soaz will find the inhibitor once more. Baron empowered minions. There's only one Nexus turret standing in. So many minions in favor of Origen. There's a teleport available for Soaz if he needs it. Inhibs down below half. Supers making their way up through the middle. Look at those cannon minions. Inhibitors being focused down. Cannon Barrage is back up. There's the TP from Soaz. He back to buy and he's trying to make his way in. But Niels is sidestepping everything. Another inhib will fall, and Fnatic, they have to defend that.
Need to risk a fight. We're just gonna take your base.
Look at the damage. We're gonna see Yellow Star nomming Rainover. That'll keep him alive a few seconds. Inhibitor comes down. Huni's down. Niels is looking for more. Defensive flash from Rainover. They've got another inhibitor. Baron empowered super minions onto the last Nexus turret. Origen in the 4th game after 15,000 gold down and giving away 2 Barons. They're going to force game 5. They're going to play Silver Scrapes, and they're going to make the Summer Championships. The easier draw into groups is on the line, and a spot for Origen for the last time from the Horvath Arena in Stockholm, Sweden. He gets 2 for his own. We do see that they're going to push in. Wow, they're chasing real far for this. Exhaust is on Huni. Niels may go down for first blood, and it's Rainover that picks it up. Soaz has teleported in. He's got himself one of the parley. Now Mithy is in trouble. The Reckless swing comes down. He's trying to bring them onto the powder kick, and he's going to stay alive for a few seconds longer. The Flame Splitter comes out. Soaz will get himself a double kill. Now it's top laners on top laners. And we do see another powder keg is up. It's going to tick down. Look at
overheating.
the overheating damage.
Soaz got it. Game with Corki and Rumble, where Fnatic really will shine, and they gotta use it then.
Rainover is going to set himself up. The equalizer comes down. This is the 2v2 up top. Powder kick and Cannon Barrage. Huni wants to get out of the barrage. The flash body slam, or body slam flashes, it is known. Amazing. He's going to get one. Soaz will not be able to escape Rainover. And the shutdown gold goes to the 3-1-0. Multiple dragons could be something that will help out.
Two guys now, or two junglers on the top side. They're going in for it.
There's the equalizer. They're going to try focus Soaz. Soaz is going to just get burned alive. Reignover's running amok. Yellowstar rocks up. Incinerate, disintegrated. It's Soaz that gets killed. They will...
Doesn't seem like it's necessary because the tower is already low. Nils will take it. They get the dragon, so they basically get everything on the bottom side.
Fnatic react again, though. They say, okay, we can't get to our bottom side in time, so we keep pushing on the top side. They're threatening with the dive right here, zoning off.
See what he can do with Tibbers. Niels is
circled.
surrounded. There's no way out from this. Aggressive Valkyrie from Reckless. Niels is going to look for more. Rocket jumps out, and he may deny the assist. It's Febevin that gets the kill credit. That'll help out the small...
At a strong point.
Fnatic are going to group up in mid before they look for the dragon. The tower's going to be focused. The kegs have popped, and there's the equalizer. Reignover does not care about your divide, and he runs amok. It's the equalizer that gets the kill. A defensive explosive cast as Reckless finds a second. That will be another tower.
Get the dragon. Origen trying to respond on top side, though Nils was still caught up there because we saw him before, trying to set up some crazy one-on-one, which would never work for him.
No, and now it's going to be a 2-on-1. Amazing's coming from the side lane, but Niels is going to get caught out. Buster shot, a few more hits. The Wild Growth will interrupt the distance. The kegs are going to get popped, but Amazing comes down. He brings the barrel on Hooney's head. Soaz may set up another keg, but it's Amazing that's going to get another kill, and they turn around. What?
See how both teams are staying around it, but nobody's stopping Soaz.
The ward that was behind that red buff has sat there for ages. Ghost and Ragnarok, Reignover's running in. Tibbers comes down on Amazing. That's a good equalizer. That's going to prevent Expected getting in. The jungler is down. Soaz has not given up on the split push. He's looking at the inhibitor turret. Level 13, got a BF sword and pickaxe. He's going to shred through this objective while Fnatic look to Baron.
Remember, his passive works on the tower, so he keeps resetting it to get extra damage. He takes it down very, very fast. Baron is alive. Tibbers is down.
Cannon barrage is fired. Fnatic are going slowly. Here comes Peke. The Emperor's Divide will be very important in the pit, but it's placed a little awkwardly. Baron secured by Fnatic. They maintain an even gold stand. Hooney's gone golden, but he may be the sacrificial top laner. He will be. Peke is going to be able to get a kill. Reckless is going to vault out. Dragon's down to 3,000. There's a lot of vision around Origen's jungle that Fnatic can play with. Look, Soaz is in the jungle up top. No, it's Hooney that's teleporting in. Yellowstar's looking for more. Cannon barrage has been channeled. Dragon did not get secured.
They were just buying time for Niels to move up in the mid lane, siege that mid lane tower. Now Origen, you want to go mid. Fnatic says, well, we can't get back in time, so we'll just race straight inhibitor somehow. Start pushing. Who's going to win this race?
Tristana, though, pushing in, and Origen is sending everyone else back to defend. You have the gangplank here to clear some of those minions. Fnatic have the Baron buff, though.
Baron empowered minions, game 5 in the Summer Split Finals, and we have a mini base race on our hands. Reignover gets hurt by those powder kegs, and he's in retreat. But look at Origen in the top right. They've not backed off. There's going to be a kill into Soaz. With Soaz down, the wave clears down. Peke's in a little bit of trouble. There's a flash forward aggressively. Origen have peeled away. Reckless gets the kill on Peke. They're looking for Amazing. They won't find him. Niels is still running for his life. Inhibitor's going to drop. The Undertow's killing the minions. And Fnatic, they've got a massive advantage in the final game of summer.
It looked so good.
Much longer. He knocked him into the tower. He just completely wasted yet again. And that opened up for Fnatic to take down Soaz.
It did. And a shout out to a viewing party happening in New York City. Madison Square.
He did. So he can engage. Oh, Mithy walking by here. And he's going down!
Mithy's dead. Yellowstar gets the kill. Support the disengage. Summoners are available. I don't know if it's worth even using them. Niels has got the Bloodthirster shield. And as predicted, does not. That's 2 quick kills.
Fnatic's fantastic vision control nets them another objectives. First the jungle from Origen, forcing the face check on Mithy. They find Niels, get the Baron, and are in full control.
Still waiting for that flash for Yellowstar, but it becomes so tricky now to pick a target. QSS completed for Niels, cleanse for Peke as well. Soaz can eat an orange, so there are a lot of ways on Yellowstar. They just get poked with the long range from Tristana. Oh, they're jumping in on Peke!
Peke used the cleanse already. Emperor's Divide comes up, but that's not going to stop Reignover or Yellowstar. Tibbers onto Peke! Yellowstar, the new Fnatic captain, kills the old Fnatic captain. Origen are now committing to the middle inhibitor.
They got their Seer turret put up behind them here for some safety. Reckless still pushing. Nobody's recalling yet. Fnatic is trying to stop all the recalls, but they have to face check into a bush now.
Origen did get the middle inhibitor, so at least they'll have some respite with super minions, but they have to deal
Reckless
with
needs to get out
2 lanes
now.
of super minions. Reckless gets both objectives.
Always want to try and steal it with his ulti, but again, save it for that last team fight, because you know Fnatic is coming. They're gonna knock on the door. You're gonna enter. Well, he's using it anyway.
Secured by Fnatic. We all held our breath very far forward, trying to zone Origen awake. Little Ons was
Niels
good.
took a lot of
Cannon
damage.
barrages up. Niels has forced to get away. Exhausted Monsoon still up. Reckless is the one that gets hit. Body slam. Flash will not catch Reckless out, but the inhibitor will stand. Equalizer comes down and Rainbow's knocked forward. Rainover goes down. Expector forced to go alive. The Emperor's Divide will force Huni defensively as well, and that is a good divide. It will keep Origen alive. They will kill Huni. 2 members of Fnatic.
Then start kiting back a little bit, wait for Olaf's ulti to run out, and then re-engage on the side of Origen, and it worked perfectly. 4 dragons for Fnatic though. 3 carries on the side of Origen will take you down.
That previous inhib fight may have been enough. Tibbers finds Peke. Peke does not have time. Peke is down. Equalizer burned him through. Rainov is trying to run down Reckless. We are going to see Niels rather. We are going to see the exhaust come out. Glitterlance catches. Undertow catches. Mandy's down. Double kill for Huni. Triple kill for Huni. That's the game. Huni's forced to run away. It's Yellow Star. That is forced. You're going to get him for 4th kill of the fight. Soaz survives, but it does not matter. Fnatic are tearing apart Origen's base. There's 40 seconds on the timer. Fnatic in game 5 of the summer split are going to hilt the Nexus. This is the 5th LCS split victory for Fnatic.
Pekka had no cleanse in that last fight, so Yellowstar, the captain, he found the engage. They're going in.
Fnatic, they're going to finish it. They're going to kill the Nexus, and they're going to Worlds. They will represent Europe as the #1 seed. Incredible sportsmanship from Fnatic. Incredible play from Fnatic. And one more time, Fnatic are your European split champions. Fnatic. That was not the series everybody was expecting.
But the one they were hoping for. We wanted to see a team challenge Fnatic. A team who could beat Fnatic. Show them as well, heading into Worlds, that there's more teams in Europe than just Fnatic, and Origen, they showed up big time.
We've seen some weaknesses exposed in Fnatic over in the split, but we've never seen them punished. Never seen it taken.